Welcome in, everyone. I'm looking forward to doing some more Guardian War today. So I have been sending some of the clips of things that I've noticed that are slightly off from how they were on RetroArch to the MiSTer Discord for the 3DO section. And it's probably not as helpful as I thought it would be, just considering that it's not being compared to real hardware. But someone did share their stream where they're, or I guess it's somebody else's stream, but who played on real hardware. So hoping that that can help determine certain things. But because the person shared somebody else's content, like I can't ask them like, hey, does this do this? Because, obviously they're not the one playing. So that's a little bit annoying. But, if I had the money for it, I've been asking myself, would I put money down on buying a 3DO? Because if I do, I also would need some way of getting HDMI out of it. So it'd be pretty expensive. So I definitely have to look at the library, see what else I'd want to play or invest in.
Another time.
All right, let's jump into this here. I believe there's supposed to be music that plays here, but I could be wrong. All right, let's look at our party here. So we've got pumpkin, clay, iron, material. I really got to get some levels on clay. I'm gonna run through this forested area here real quick. So that way I can get some experience on clay. Hopefully get them to level 13 before we go to the next area. Huh, seems like the music's quiet on my end. Let's see what's going on here. You'll have to let me know how if the music sounds too loud or not. That's usually not how I do things. Let's go straight forward.
Danger! Danger!
You think the music's a little too loud? How about now? Okay. It's hard to tell because it sounds really quiet in my ears, but let me try and just raise the volume through the Mac. I might put a poll up as to what people's preferred time I stream be. Right as I was ending my stream, one of my friends joined in, and I felt bad that the stream ended right when he came in.
Danger! Danger!
I need to watch more of that footage of on real hardware because I feel like it shouldn't run this slow. But it could just be RetroArch made it run better. It's not the most accurate core there is, so yeah, I'll compare my footage, I'll compare theirs, and if this area is super slow on real hardware, then it could just be my experience has been colored by RetroArch.
Danger!
Yeah, it's interesting. YouTube was telling me that there was 3 people waiting to view this, and I don't know. Sometimes the numbers on YouTube are weird. Like on one of my more recent streams, it said that someone said they saw 11 concurrent viewers, and then the stats for YouTube told me that it only got as high as 8. So I don't know. That seems a little odd to me.
Danger! Danger!
But how's everyone doing today? Same thing happens to you on Twitch? That's interesting. You'd think that with like how big
Danger!
these streaming applications are that they could get their numbers right.
Danger! Danger!
Right on.
Danger! Danger!
I didn't get to finish watching your live stream, but did you manage to get 10th on the speedrun? Love his adorable little waddle he does. Let me see, so... Oh, so use it there, okay.
Danger! Danger!
Dark Night Body. Hey, welcome in, Techno. So you said, I'm alright, been playing some TMNT Splintered Fate, got the gold edition so I can have all the DLC with the game since it went on sale on Xbox. Very cool. How are you liking that game?
Danger! Danger!
Let's see, so M says, Sonic R didn't really go how I wanted. I kept getting 2 to 6 seconds ahead and failing the double helix skip at the end. I'm definitely gonna personal best. I just think the final stage needs more work first. But hey, the fact that you want to keep working at it, that's, you know, that's awesome. I'm sure you'll get it in no time. lost your record. I have never been someone who like speed runs or goes for high scores. I did have an ex who she couldn't beat my score in what is it called? Yar's Revenge on the 2600. And then one day she like went way past my score and I could never catch up. And I just hate anything competitive like that because I can be a bit of a sore loser.
Behold your
New power. Oh, he's coming. He's coming for him. Oh, should I attack with material or heal? Let's heal. No, not speeding, not speed running, but it's a roguelike, so... Oh, okay. My ADHD brain enjoys roguelike games. You know, because it's the novelty of the fact that, like, it's not always the same run. But, you know, sometimes you can get a really bad run and it's frustrating.
Danger!
I bought a game recently. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I think it started off as like Rogue 64 on the Commodore 64. Then they did like an Amiga version, and then they did like ports to the Game Boy Color. And I got pretty far on that one, but I couldn't beat it. I think I died to like an ogre or something. I was pretty sad about it, but that happens. Okay, where am I? Let's get off the wall a little bit. There we go. Here's some enemies.
Danger! Danger!
So, for my MiSTer setup, I have the ironclad PCB for it, and it has an add-on where you can add an internal DAC, and it improves audio quality. And you know, on average, that tends to be the case. For whatever reason, though, this game in particular sounds bad if I play it through that DAC. There's like a lot of like popping and stuff that comes through that I just don't get if I listen to you know, the audio coming through HDMI. So I've been trying to troubleshoot that, but I haven't got an idea of what's causing that. Amethyst.
Danger! Danger!
I wonder if this area's got a boss or not. No. My question I was about to ask, I believe the game answered if it was lighting was cosmetic, or if it could interfere with the battles. Oh, like the lightning going all around? Yeah, thankfully that doesn't hurt my character. Oof, look at that lag. Where are... Yeah, Rogue on the Game Boy Color was a lot of fun. I do wish it had some like variety with the maps that you're on. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a Sega Saturn effect with like the camera rotation. You know. Gosh, where are those enemies at? Am I going crazy? Okay. Let's... Okay, so if the final two enemies are not here, I'm gonna say that this is potentially a bug in the 3DO core for MiSTer, but we'll see. I don't know how I'm not running into any enemies. What is going on? There's no way. Am I missing something? I literally just combed this map. What?
Danger.
Oh,
Danger.
there we go. I was starting to get really worried.
Behold. Your
I kind of like that it rotates with the camera, even if it like lags in some parts. I know, right? False alarm. Thankfully, false alarm. I was like, I've beaten this game before. What's going on? Yeah, and the maps only get bigger from here. I'm thinking about changing Clay's job to being an archer. So, I mean, I beat the game last time in 17 hours. I think when I started up, it said I'm like around 7 hours into gameplay. No, I don't want to quit map mode. I want to see what this treasure chest is. And I'll probably be able to shave off some time from my last playthrough, just because of you know, the experience that I have now.
Goddess Hera, I offer up
This victory to you, to you, to you. We're already halfway there. Halfway there.
Danger! Danger!
I tell ya, the ninja is the most busted class in this game. Oh, I hate dealing with the lesser demons, but
Danger! Danger!
at least I can still hit that one. Nice. But he gets even less movement? I don't remember that. I think this is still to do with the terrain.
Danger! Danger! Behold your new power.
Considering though that max level is 30, and I think that was Iron just hit level 19, you know, we're pretty close to endgame level with that character at least. Ooh. Jackpot. Oops. Darkness Sword. Sounds so cool. Alright, let's see.
Danger! Danger!
Here we go. Here's some danger. Nice. Okay, let's go back. I want to make sure I can see the wall. Alright, so enemies yonder.
Danger! Danger!
Something is still aggro. I'm not sure what. Oh, okay.
Danger! Danger!
Yes, you can throw throwing stars even though there's a rock in front of you. Now this area should not have an area boss because it's a redoable area and they don't have them typically. So we'll see if this follows those same rules or not.
Danger! Danger!
So 3 enemies still. Okay.
Danger! Danger!
Alright, so this is the final 3 of them. I gotta give Clay something to do. So because Pumpkin's a birdman, it doesn't appear that they're impacted by the terrain. he does get XP for heals, but it's not very much. And, you know, not everybody needs to be healed all the time. Well, let me see. I think I got everything from the map. Yeah, I think it was all just those chests that were lined up. So I don't have either of these yet. Although, I got one of these. I think I got the Death Archer body. God, I love this song. Now, when you when you get to a certain part of the game, you're going to be required to have different classes specifically for Pumpkin to be able to do them. I think generally it's just like the water one, but it's really helpful here because you'll miss certain items if you can't fly over and end up on like the different plots of land and stuff. The first time I did this around, I didn't have Pumpkin as a birdman, so it made it kind of tough. And then I realized later that I missed out on some treasure. So if you ever play this, just make sure for this stage particular, you probably want Pumpkin to be one of the birdman types. Also, you're going to notice we're going to experience a difficulty spike here. But it'll be okay. Oh, wow, that did nothing. I think you only get the experience from, in terms of like leveling up your basic level, from actually defeating the enemy.
Danger! Danger!
You know, they do less damage coming up and punching me. Because they would do more by doing the fireball. So I'm not sure why they're insistent on punching my character. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's see what this is. Manage him.
Danger! Danger!
I'm looking forward to when I get that black swordsman body for material. Although, I don't... Oh, this is the boss of this level. I fought well. You fought better.
Behold, your
New power. Could have sworn it was dragons. Maybe it's a different stage. I'm thinking that's... Ah. You don't really need it. You don't either, but he needs experience points. Oh wait, I don't have to be so close. What are we? Okay. There we go. I might have to start selling some of this stuff. I feel like my inventory is gonna fill up. Oh, that quick end is nice.
Danger! Danger!
It would. Ouch. Still pulling aggro? Okay. What the heck? There we go. Oops. Bells of love. Definitely don't want those right now.
Danger! Danger! Behold your
Your
new
new
power.
power. Oh, come on. Here. Okay. That's not fun. Funny, I was just saying. I think I'm running out of space. Alright, so we got 12 enemies left.
Danger! Danger!
Oh, what? Pumpkin is. Oof, okay. Nope. I didn't realize he was in that bad a shape. I don't think that's going to do a lot, because I think Gerudo's light elemental. Yeah, didn't do a lot. Wow, that honestly was pathetic. There we go. That'll help clean up some of the inventory.
Danger! Danger!
The game seems pretty specific for like certain spells, what direction it wants the camera to be in. And I'm not sure why that's the case. All my hard work. Oh my gosh, really? I mean, it's the same case for defense when the character faces away from the enemy and just clenches their butt cheeks to defend. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Oh, yeah. I've noticed too that Soda's pulling up the map. They, like, you can see. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But yeah, it seems like even when they get hit, they like look at you. They're like, Papa, do you see what they're doing to me? How's that going? Oh my gosh, there's even more enemies. But wait, there's more. Can I reach him from here? Nope. No, let's see. Wait. Well, that's good. Yeah, when I do my server's game of the month, I'm going to be streaming that as well. So, looking forward to that. Nice. So it's not going to be a game that came out for the system back in the day. It'll be a homebrew game, but it'll be one that you can play for free. You know, I don't want to have people worry about if they can afford to get a certain game to play, you know, the game of the month. That's what I did for the game of the month for last month as well. It was a new homebrew release. It was one people didn't have to pay for.
Behold your
A
new power.
These lesser demons kind of look like bugs to me. I kind of like that all of the enemies have like a slightly like goofy look to them. Bum, 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 bum. God is herald. I offer up this victory to you. To you. This game is so weird. True. Wow, they will give you a ton for that angel wing. That's crazy. Let's see what you got for me.
Hello. How may I help you?
They seem impatient for victory. They are preparing to fight it out. You should choose your weapons for the fight.
I definitely want 2 of these. Have the quality of light attached to a wizard or shaman body. Okay, I've got a battle sickle. Let's get that. And then I've got 4 guys, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get that just in case. Let's see what they got for bodies. So I've got Dark Knight. I think I have one of those. Pretty sure I've got Death Archer, but we'll get another one just to be safe. Wait. Dark Knight, Black Swordsman. Provides the... Get that one. I think I have I have the Assassin, but... I know I've got Devil Bird. I don't know if I've got Dark Shaman. We'll get them anyways. Black Sorcerer. Ooh, finally, Dark Priest. And Messiah. I've got 1 Fishman. We'll grab a Neptune.
Thanks.
Please call again. Oops. For whatever reason, when I've got like controllers that have 3 buttons, I will like, well, I should say like 3 buttons that are all side by side, I'll get lost onto like what I'm supposed to be pressing. I've noticed it with certain Genesis games as well. My brain just can't keep track of 3 buttons all in the same row. Alright, let's see. So Clay is no longer going to be an archer. We're going to make him, let's see, Darkness Cloud, Thunderburst, Apocalypse, Whole Healing, Holy Archer. So we're going to do him as a Messiah. What would I want in... I guess we'll do the archer still. No, probably not. Let's see, Tornado, Fireball, Fire, Thunderburst, Black Light, Earth Rolling, Flame Birds, Plasma Burst, Earthquake, Meteor Strike, Lost Energy, Black Burst. So I don't have the Master Shaman body yet. I've got Dark Knights, I've got Paladins, I've got Death Archer, Bow Knight, Black Swordsman, not the Samurai Lord yet. Got an Assassin, Ninja Master. And Fishman only has 1 evolution, just from Fishman to Neptune. Okay. Let's update their equipment, since they all have the better shields now. Yeah, so defense 87. Oh, I had this mirror shield, I wasn't using it. Whoops. Alright, and then I got better weapons for them, right? So from 154 to 234. Where's this Darkness Blade? Let's see. Oh wow, that is a huge increase in attack power. I would want that on material. Looks like none of those affect the speed. Keep the battle mace. Actually, we were going to upgrade material from a samurai to... Oh wait, what? Oh, he's not complete. Okay. Oops, wrong button. So who did we say that was material that needs to upgrade? So... So further in these runs, you're probably going to see me run this area a lot to finish out
Danger! Danger!
different finish out their jobs, basically. Which for him, so he needs 127 out of 200 to get to level 5 for his body before I can upgrade him.
Danger! Danger!
Let's see, what did that? 132. Okay. So it went from 127, so I think I'm getting like 5 per enemy. This is kind of where things will slow down a little bit in terms of progress that I'm making, because it'll be focusing on trying to get specific bodies to level 5 to upgrade them.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Alright, let's look at his status now. So 167 out of 200. Okay. So I'd probably have to run this again
Danger!
to get him to the next level. And not for like next basic level, but next body level.
Danger! Danger!
And the reason I talk about it slowing down is there's going to be a specific map coming up where I have to
Danger!
have Pumpkin be a fishman, otherwise you just can't do that level. And it's better to try to get him to Neptune so you have access to, you know, whatever those skills are.
Danger! Danger!
But you'll see as it comes up. We still have plenty of time in the stream, so.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Now, Fishman takes a while to get to level 5 on the body because he's got really low movement on anything that isn't in the water.
Behold your new power.
Sweet. Oops. Material. Alright, so now I can upgrade to the Black Swordsman. So that's going to give me 1 more speed, 2 more movement. My HP is going to go down, but my MP will go up. My attack will go up slightly. My defense will go down. My intelligence will go slightly down. My magic defense will go up. Okay. Doesn't have anything in the third body slot. Not sure what I'll give him, if anything. Let's see. And because he's just got 2 skills, I don't think I have to worry about getting like in a rush to get the Black Swordsman to level 5. But Clay, we do want to get him to level 5 on the body. That way we'll have access to his ultimate skill.
Danger! Danger!
Yeah, you can see that like Genesis is grayed out. And one of the nice things though is that I can do whole healing with like where Priest you'd have to have someone else choose to do whole healing for it to happen. On Messiah, it's just there. Holy Arc can do a ton of damage, but I mean that's going to eat up 90 MP. Although I think I actually have to use the skills from this to increase the level, so let's see here. So that's 5 out of 15. I will test this just to confirm.
Danger! Danger!
So if I just do the priest skill of Holy Light, let's take a look. Yeah, so you have to use your specific class's skill, otherwise it's not going to count towards leveling up the body.
Danger!
Which means we're going to run out of MP fast. And we're going to have to sit through this animation. We'll get through it, gang. We'll get through it.
Danger! Danger!
Prepare to get sick of this area, though. Well, I guess I could train in a higher area.
Behold your
New power. Now I don't know if using a particular, like leveling up the body skill, it improves your stats in any way.
Danger! Danger!
I don't think it does, but it's possible it could. Cloth maps are dope. Let me see. I don't have enough MP to attack again, so let's do manage him.
Danger! Danger! Behold your
Your
new power.
Sweet. A basic level upgrade and a body upgrade.
Danger! Danger!
Shining in the Holy Arc.
Danger! Danger!
Oh, did it?
Danger! 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 Danger!
You know, I don't have anything framed or hung up on my wall. For like the Game Gear Focus channel I want to do, the gal who's doing the art for it, you know, I'm thinking about getting that framed. But otherwise, yeah, my walls are all bare. It'd be cool if I had something up. I think one thing that's cool about this game is that you know what classes you're going to have access to, you know, by the end of the game.
Danger!
The ones that it shows you, it's not like there's ones that exist outside of that list. So all those different classes, that's all you're going to get. But it's cool that it has this ability to like have, you know, like the different bodies where you can add stuff to your class. You know, you could have a attack focused healer, you know, if you're doing like priest as your second, or even like this one, Messiah as the second, and you know, being like a paladin or something, or a samurai. You know, I know you could do stuff like that in like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but it seemed a lot more complicated. So I prefer this kind of easier system that this has here. And I'm a sucker for the art style, so.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Now I'll probably want to I want to level Clay up a bit with Fishman and Neptune. And reason for that, they get the best stats on level up, but they have a specific water skill that attacks everybody on screen that would be pretty nice to have. Yeah, there's a skill that Osriel does at the end that also is pretty crazy. And then towards the end of the game, you'll fight a bunch of like dark priests, shamans, all of the different mage classes, and they're all casting crazy techniques on you.
Danger! Danger!
It gets pretty intense, but it's got a song that, while I love it, that level goes on for so long that I ended up hating the song after. We'll see if it irritates me like that this next time. Maybe I'll be better.
Danger! 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 Danger!
It's crazy to me though that you can use a healing item and then attack, or you can attack and then use a healing item. Like, I don't think you could do that in many strategy RPGs. Unless like your character class had like where they could do 2 turns. It seems kind of busted, but I think too you have like
Danger!
a very limited party, so that probably balances itself out. Where are we at with their growth here? Let's see. So just needs 1 more kill to get to level 4. Okay. Reverser, so if you get turned to stone, it will unstone you. Yeah, right there it says restore from stone. Pretty sure that its name has, you know,
Danger!
something to do with the poor translation of this game. You know, because usually Reverser, I would think, like, would be kind of like the equivalent to a Phoenix Down or something.
Behold your
Your
new power.
Getting closer.
Danger! Danger!
I hate being turned to stone in any game. Not just Final Fantasy 2. It always sucks. It's crazy in this one though that it, you know, if you can just stay alive long enough with your other party members, you'll eventually like
Danger!
come out of being stoned.
Danger!
But I guess that's like real life.
Danger! Danger!
One time my party member in D&D got turned to stone from the face down.
Danger!
Ooh.
Danger!
I feel like that would cause your like lungs to collapse or something, but I guess it depends on like what it means when you're turned to stone. Because if it's like all of your insides also turned to stone, then yeah, you're just dead at that point.
Danger! Danger!
Don't think I have enough mana healing stuff to take out everything else on this map.
Danger! Danger!
I think it was like a layer of mud that solidified into rock. Okay. attack one more time and then I gotta dip.
Danger! Danger!
Yeah, I agree. What class are you, Messiah? What? Bro, what? Alright, I need to grab some more. Look at his little duck walk. Pumpkin literally skedaddles. Puck and Clay walk on water. Yeah, that'd be good to asking the real questions. For sure. So if we're getting 5 every enemy killed, I might have to do this again after. Let's see, there's 10 enemies.
Danger!
I guess we'll find out if I get 5 per enemy taken out. Yeah, 5 per. So I was at 130 something. There's 10 enemies, so 50. Yeah, I have to do this one more time after this. I won't have to fully complete the map, but this round I'll have to take out everybody. And then we'll get started on his other job.
Danger! Danger!
Now, I'm getting close, like outside of doing the training things, I'm getting close to a part of the game where once you go past it, you can't come back to this previous map. And the game really ramps up the difficulty after that happens. So, you know, I'll want to prepare all of my characters before that happens. So there'll probably be some grinding that I'll also be doing before that final stage. But I'll let you know when that happens.
Behold your new power.
Yay, new power.
Danger! Danger!
Also want to make sure too that I get like all of the bodies and stuff.
Danger! Danger!
One of the nice things is that in this game you get more money than you know what to do with it. So I'll probably make sure I buy like 8 or 9 of every body. That way, you know, any character can have any of the jobs, or if I wanted all of them to be the same job. Listen to me, using like Final Fantasy verbiage here, talking about jobs.
Danger! Danger!
Classes.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Gonna have to like look at what my party composition was on my previous save file to get an idea of how I did things and see if I want to do things differently for this party, this playthrough.
Danger! Danger!
$185, so I need 3 enemies to get to level 5.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Now, if I remember correctly, I don't think that Clay is even on my endgame party. I could be wrong with that.
Behold your
Your
new power.
Because I know the game does give you another spellcaster towards the end of the game. And I think they were more powerful than Clay. Could be wrong. Alright, so we've got him to level 5 on Messiah. So now I need to alter his equipment. And we're going to replace that with Fishman. And then we'll replace that Fishman with his Messiah counterpart. Now the reason I want Fishman is so then that way I can upgrade it to Neptune and get access to that move big wave. I think my understanding is that it has the largest area of effect, so it can hit the most number of enemies. And then considering it's like, you know, special attack based, that'll make a big difference. Let's save. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't give him a weapon. Whoops. One of my favorite classes in any game is Inquisitor from Ragnarok Online. You know, I've heard people bring it up. I've personally never played Ragnarok Online.
Danger! Danger!
I think one of my roommates did, though.
Danger! Danger! Danger!
I like the design behind the fish man.
Behold your,
Your
new power.
Because it looks like a dude in scuba gear. It doesn't look like a fish person to me.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Oh, that's fair.
Behold your,
Your
new power. Danger! Danger!
It's also very sandboxy. Okay. You know, I wasn't going to pull up the debug menu for this game, but
Danger! Danger!
I'll wait until later in the stream to pull it up and see if like that potentially crashes the core, because I'm not sure how well the core would handle the Japanese text. So we'll go ahead and we'll give that a try here later.
Danger! Danger!
I'll probably do it after after we level him up to where he can equip Neptune.
Danger! Danger! Danger!
Also, I appreciate you guys for bearing with me with the one of the most boring parts of the game, the grinding. Just so I can get different attacking skills.
Danger!
I'll try and rush through this though.
Danger! Da- Danger! 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 Danger!
I think I might try making a Twitch account maybe tomorrow.
Danger!
If you wanna
Danger!
help me with that at all, Emily. Since that's more, you know, the platform known for streaming. Maybe I'll figure out how to do like the dual streaming stuff.
Danger! Danger! Behold your new power. Danger! Da- Danger! your new power. Danger.
I want to invest in a seat cushion,
Danger.
because sometimes my butt hurts after sitting for several hours doing this. That'll probably be more affordable right now versus trying to buy like a standing desk.
Danger.
But if I can get a standing desk, I'll definitely get that later. I used to have one, and then that was one of the things I lost in the move. But I'll get another one.
Danger.
I noticed the fish guy has less HP
Danger.
than the Messiah does. And I'm wondering if that's because it's like a stage 1 class. We'll see what kind of upgrades Neptune brings.
Danger. Da- Danger. Da-
I don't know, when you guys watch live streams, do you prefer to watch them via YouTube or do you prefer to watch them via Twitch? You know, personally for me, I like YouTube because I can use an ad blocker, and so can anybody else watching. Like if I ever got the ability to run ads on here, I wouldn't, because I hate them. And I'd be like, yo, if you want to use an ad blocker on my channel, go for it. That stuff is so annoying. You know, I do like YouTube music as well. You know, if I had the spare funds, you know, I would have YouTube Premium for sure. Because it's nice for the YouTube app on mobile to not have to deal with ads, and then like if I want to watch YouTube on my living room TV, there's also that.
Danger. Danger.
Yes, I used to like watching via Twitch, but after losing 2 of my accounts due to me being dumb with 2-factor authentication, I've given up on using Twitch. Oof.
Danger.
Yeah, that 2-factor authentication, like, you know, it's good for your protection, but sometimes, yeah, there's a messaging app that I used to use with a friend of mine,
Danger.
and I forgot like the password to it, and so it's like if they've ever messaged me on there since then, I have no way of being able to reply to them.
Danger.
Thankfully, they can still message me on Discord.
Danger. Da-
At least I figured out how to dual stream. You know, it would allow people to use whatever
Danger.
platform of choice they want. I just don't know if I would need more powerful hardware for that or not, or if I'd need to have an additional screen. That's stuff I need to look into.
Danger.
I got a new phone ages ago, and now I'm locked out of Yahoo email account and a Steam account. Oof. Yep, just like a friend group I ended up joining thanks to Twitch years ago.
Danger.
Techno, was there someone on Twitch in particular you liked watching? Or was it just one of your friends?
Power.
Yes, it was Lucha Yo. I can't say I've heard of them. Okay, so going from Fishman to Neptune increases speed, increases movement, increases HP, attack by 1, defense by 1, intelligence goes down by 3, and magic defense goes up by 8. Not bad. Now let's see. Wait, I can put Messiah on the last one. Oops. That Hera mace lowers my speed. You see that? Which fun facts means fight me in Spanish? Lucha yo means fight me in Spanish?
Danger. Danger.
Alright, so this is the skill that I wanted. This big wave. So you can see that Holy Arc covers an area of 4. But Big Wave covers an area of 8. And then it looks like this. Killer wave, dude. I wonder how many games were released for 3DO. I mean, there's no, unless you like FMV games, you know, there's not a lot on there that's necessarily worth playing. But you know, it's also subjective. So, Pumpkin is Garuda, Clay, okay, Ninja Master, material. I should look up the manual to see if maybe some of these later jobs, if getting them to level 5 improves your stats at all. I know, like, for certain ones, if they've got, 3 skills, you'll be locked out of the 3rd skill. And I also believe for, 2nd class, 3rd skill, I think you have to be that particular class to use it? I'll need to check that later. Alright, I don't know if we just get the next guy or if we're gonna have to fight our way through. But let's bring everyone else back. Let me sell some stuff. I want to make sure I've got space for different things. I'll get rid of that. I don't think we'll run into any more Medusas, so I'll get rid of that. Some of the stuff that I have doubles of, I'm just not sure if I should get rid of them. Probably get rid of the fire stone since the fire mantle's better. Oh yeah, true, Alone in the Dark. The D&D games definitely look fun to me as well. I think, like if I want to tackle another 3DO game, I probably would play Lucian's Quest, since it also was made by Microcabin. And you know, I like this game so much. Oh no, it just gives us a free guy. Nice. I believe this one is a Neptune level 5, just right off the bat. Yeah, there is a version of it for Sega Saturn.
The next followers are on the ark. Go and see the whale, Word. He will help you. He lives on the northern island.
So the whale's name Word. This game has just the weirdest names, I swear. So we get our new guy Solid. We're gonna take off his that thing, and then I want him to be an archer. And then eventually we'll make him a bow knight. And then we'll have his second be the Neptune. I think he's good with 2. Let's give him... I'll give him the death bow. So we're gonna get a Solidus and Liquid? Hopefully, right? Let's see. So Gauntlet increases his defense. Yeah, I'll give him a Gauntlet. I don't know. Am I a Solidus apologizer? Like, George Sears was a great president. Wait, is his name George? I know the last name is Sears for Solidus. I can't remember. Wait, did I have... Okay, he is here. I don't want him there, though. Let's move our guy. Word, brah, word. Bird's the word. Alright, I want to say that there's like a bunch of treasure chests. Yeah, see, this is something where if Pumpkin is not a Birdman, you're just gonna like lose access to whatever these are. So have Pumpkin be one of these types of flying guys, and you won't miss a Power Ruby and a Mana Gem. All things considered, not very important, but you could sell them.
Danger! Danger!
I kind of like when they're a big group and they all come together like that.
Danger! Danger!
Danger indeed. Oh, and I can't one-shot stuff now.
Behold your
New power. Nice. So, clay has become a lot more useful now. So, that's awesome. Oh, it didn't target that other one? That's surprising to me. Let's see, can I do... I can't hit anyone through that either. Well darn, I will just defend.
Behold your
New
new power.
Ha! Love is in the air.
Behold your new power.
I think it returns them to whatever direction they were facing prior. Nope, can't do anything. Punch. He did a hit and run. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to have Solid level up his archer and get him to the other one so that way he has decent movement. Because he's not gonna be able to keep up with us. Let's see.
Danger! Danger! Behold your
Our
new power. Behold your new power.
Just realized I need to be using that skill to level up his class.
Danger! Danger! Behold your new power.
Oh, come on. Wow, it's all the missing today.
Danger! Danger!
Darn. Not gonna be able to do anything with these guys.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Ah. Well, that sucks.
Danger! Danger!
Oh, that did nothing. Lovely. May you suffer with my cursors. Well, took out the boss. Didn't even realize we were there. Although I'm pretty sure that was a critical hit, because otherwise I don't know why the dragon having like 800 or so HP would have been taken out like that. Yeah, because he would have had 854. Like, it's totally a critical hit. Oh, there's enemies left? There's 3 left. Okay. Where could they be? Yeah, this is a big map. Okay, wait.
Danger! Danger!
What does vacuum slash do? Doesn't look any different than thrust sword. Yeah, if I missed a treasure, oh well. Da, 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 da.
Goddess Sarah, I offer up
This victory to you, to you, to you. Now, before I move on to that map, what I want to do is get Solid leveled up to his other class. Which means back to the training map.
Danger!
Cue the montage.
Behold your,
Your
new,
new
power.
power.
Danger!
I know, right? This whole OST, it had no business going this hard. Like, I don't think this was like the biggest budget game that they made. If I remember correctly, I think
Danger! Danger!
the main composer for this game went on to be a composer for the Smash Brothers games.
Behold your new power. Danger! Da-
Could be wrong. Maybe I'm confusing franchises, but he's done other work outside of this game.
Danger! Danger! Danger!
I love how they look back at you. It's like, are they breaking the fourth wall? Do these golems know? Or how the game pronounces it. Do these golems know? Golem, golem. My precious. That didn't sound like Gollum at all. It sounded like one of the lunch ladies from a cartoon I used to watch.
Danger! Danger!
I think from Hey Arnold, one of the lunch ladies sounds like that.
Danger! Danger!
So be able to get to level 4.
Danger! 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 Danger!
You know, considering it's 8 o'clock Tuesday, I thought we'd have more people on stream.
Danger!
I guess I just got really lucky that Sunday that we had so many concurrent viewers at once.
Danger! Danger!
Through the trees. Get some, son.
Danger! Danger! Behold your new power. Danger!
You know, for as much as I love this game and the fact that I own the game physically, I have yet to read the manual. I feel like I should. I was watching somebody's like footage from the actual from an actual 3DO, and there is a way to change the names of the characters. I don't know what button combination they pressed or what. I was looking at it. I gotta see if that's in the manual. Not that I'd want to change any of the names, but it'd be cool to see if that screen actually works for this core. Alright, so pretty close to level 5. Probably have to run this area 2 more times to get to level 5.
Danger! Danger!
So, I mean, you guys have seen the playthrough so far. The game doesn't tell you anything. So, you know, it's interesting that,
Danger!
you know, you can miss out on certain items if you're not either a birdman, a devil bird, or a Garuda. You know, you're going to miss some of those treasure chests in those particular maps.
Danger!
But what we've got coming up really won't tell you anything. You know, you'll see it here soon enough, but I was shocked when it first happened.
Danger!
No, really, it's got like its opening story. You get like a few like little things from the Goddess Herald, and you're just kind of left to your own devices. The game doesn't explain, you know, the body system and like sub bodies and stuff like that at all to you. You just, you know, but that's kind of like how old school games were. A lot of times they didn't tell you stuff because it was
Danger!
either in the manual or it just wasn't there at all. I'm gonna have to look at the manual. If there's not good scans of it on the Internet Archive, I'll definitely scan that in there.
Danger!
But yeah, this tells you nothing.
Danger! Danger!
Yeah. I mean, it tells you some things whenever you get a new ally, whenever you get one of the new golems.
Danger!
I don't know. I'm like, I want to say golems, but you know, she pronounces it golems, so I guess that's how I'll do it too.
Danger!
Golem. Eat your meatloaf, Arnold. Alright, so I won't have to complete the next run, I believe. Let's see. No, we shouldn't have to finish it. What's taters? What are you talking about?
Danger! Danger!
Also, that death sound. Sam explains. You know, I'm not really up to date with a lot of like internet humor and stuff.
Danger! Danger!
So a lot of that stuff is lost on me. Like, I'm surprised I even watched like some of the Charlie the Unicorn and
Danger!
the one that's like the dude who likes trains. And I only know about that stuff because of my ex-wife. Otherwise, I didn't interact with that kind of stuff at all.
Danger! 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 Danger!
Oh, is that like just like a thing from the actual movie? Oh, okay.
Danger! Danger!
My sister is really into those movies. And I remember liking them as a kid, but I don't hardly remember
Behold
anything
Your new power.
from them. Alright, let's upgrade Solid to, let's see, Blacklight, Arrow, Shoot, Healing. Yeah, we'll go with Bow Knight. So you got Bow Knight, Neptune. Your cousin could speak Elvish? That's cool. I can speak like Elvis. Thank you very much. Let's see, same here except for the horrible NES game that is a thing. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's this area, but let's just make sure. Yeah. Well, actually, no, I can move. Wait a minute. I only have one character. Yeah, so I cannot move. And look at the map. So I was so confused when I got here. And I'm like, what do? I can't like move. I can't. There's no enemies anywhere. But if I change him to a fishman, then, you know, there won't be any issues. Now, I don't want him to be a fishman right there, because the fishmen get less movement than Neptune does. So I'm gonna have to go back to the grind and get him to where he can be a Neptune. I believe I only have 2 Neptune bodies. Let me see if I can buy a 3rd one. It'll make it easier without having to juggle them, but let's just take a look. And then any of my forces who are not also fishmen, they're gonna also get hampered. Let's see. Yep, I can buy Neptune. Okay. Thanks, please call again. I didn't call you, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm pretty sure the line is supposed to be, please come again, but... that's a little forward. Yep, there we go, pressing the wrong buttons again. Oh, I'm full party. Whoops. Nah, you are calling them not the golems. Golem.
Danger.
So, interestingly, this game is titled Power's Kingdom in Japan. And one of the opening lines for the game, she's like, "Awaken, golems, guardians of Power's Kingdom." Like the whole game, just bad translation, and then like the voice actors just read it as is, which they probably weren't paid a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if like the voice actress for the goddess Errol is like somebody's like receptionist or something, you know? Because I'm pretty sure this game had a very low budget.
Behold your new power.
Probably all the budget went into the music. Who knows?
Danger.
But, you know, like this stuff would have been cutting edge too back in the day. Even though like it doesn't run that well. Because, you know, the 3DO is like very much like the PlayStation, just slower. But it came out, you know, a few years before it. So it's part of why it was also so expensive.
Behold your
That and the business model for the 3DO in particular. You know, because like if you're not familiar with it, you know, Nintendo makes they made the Nintendo Entertainment System. They generally will sell you the hardware at a loss, and they'll make up the profit for the video games. With 3DO, Trip Hopkins, who was the CEO and I think founder of EA, Electronic Arts, he had this idea that the 3DO was going to be this like consumer game console that, just like the VCR where you could buy it from all these different manufacturers,
Danger.
you know, you would also be able to buy the 3DO from a bunch of other people. So like Panasonic made 3DOs, Lucky Gold Star, you know, LG, they made 3DOs. And I think there was one other company, but like they were Japanese exclusive. So you had a bunch of different people that made the 3DO. It was like the specs for it were designed, and you can kind of think of it as like the MSX, where there was an established standard, but a bunch of people got to make it. And the consumers could then decide, oh, I want to buy my 3DO from this guy or this guy. Well, because,
Danger.
you know, like if Panasonic's making the 3DO, they're not making video games, right? So they had to sell the 3DO at an MSRP of like $650 or $600. So it was expensive as shit.
Danger.
And so like nobody owned a 3DO. But anyone who made games for the 3DO, you know, it was very affordable to make games for it. So,
Danger.
you know, studios who didn't have the biggest budgets could make a game for it. And that's why, like, quality-wise, games for the 3DO are all over the place. You know, like Capcom
Danger.
did a port of Street Fighter 2 for the 3DO. Really good game. But then, you know, you've got like Way of the Warrior, and that game sucks. But it's also like Naughty Dog's first game. So,
Danger.
very interesting life it had. I'm really glad that the guy who is working on the core is working on it. You know, there probably is not a ton of demand
Danger.
for the 3DO, but the software or the hardware is still somewhat expensive. I think most 3DOs are like $300. So, you know, if you bought like a MiSTer Pi or the DE10 Nano
Danger.
or the Superstation 1, you know, that'll probably be your way to get in on 3DO. So I'm happy that they can at least review some of this game footage for this game in particular, compare it to real hardware, and you know, if they can figure out any area that they need to improve the core in, then I'm glad that that you know, can be a service to them.
Danger.
But I would like to explore a little bit more of the library. That Need for Speed game on 3DO is good. Unfortunately, there's just better ports of that game on both the Saturn and the PlayStation.
Danger.
Oh yeah, plumbers don't wear ties.
Your new power.
Yeah, you know, there's games out there for everybody. I'm sure somebody was nostalgic for it. I was like, yeah, plumbers don't wear ties, woo! You know, I'd be in that room, I'd be like, sit down, sir. Out here acting a fool. Yeah, that's what
Danger. Danger.
that's what Techno just said. Yeah, I think it's on the Switch, and I'm sure other platforms and PC, but I know for sure the Switch.
Danger.
Lies. He owns the like ultimate box set for it or whatever.
Danger.
You know, I'm kind of sad in some ways that I fell out of love with like the modern gaming stuff. Like I don't own a 360, I don't own a PS3, I don't own a Xbox One, I don't own a PS4, I don't own a PS5, I don't own any of the newest Xboxes. There's just not a lot that would really excite me with those systems, and there's so many games from a bygone era. But I think I do miss kind of being like up to date with people. Like when I did have a PS3 or Xbox 360, and like I remember when Destiny came out, like it was kind of cool to like get excited with the rest of my friends, like, oh, we're all gonna like buy our systems and play this game. Same thing with Titanfall, like we were all excited to get in on that, and I don't have that anymore because like I just don't want to be, you know, supporting these ecosystems that, you know, basically you don't own anything game wise, and you know, you're just paying to rent the game, and usually they're not arriving to you in like a finished state. It's just terrible. And like I had a Switch for a while. I didn't really play enough on it, so I got rid of it. But I really, you know, I feel like I can't support what Nintendo's doing. So I'm, you know, I'm not gonna buy a Switch or Switch 2. You know, I'm just gonna stick with my old stuff. I do really like, though, that we get these like modern re-releases of the older consoles, though. Like, you know, the M64 from Mod Retro,
Behold.
or the Neo Geo AES Plus from SNK and PlayOn. Like, at least I have those things that I can look forward to and other people are excited about. I prefer console gaming to playing on PC. Yeah, same. And like, you know, even gaming on PC, you've got like all of these like launchers now. There's like Steam and Uplay and all this other stuff. You know, like generally, like for these older cart-based systems, it's kind of nice that it's like I can get a flash cart, you know, back up all of the games that I want to it, and it's just a convenient option to just jump into a game, and I don't have to worry about like software updates for the game, you know, that are gonna like, because that was stuff I used to deal with, right? You know, I remember when I was working full time, it would take like an hour to get to work, an hour to get back from work. So even though it was an 8-hour shift, it was still 10 hours of my life that was gone. And then I'd get home and I'd want to jump into a game, and it's like, oh, we need to do this update that's going to take an hour. I'm like, who wants to deal with that? So it was nice when, you know, the ex-wife and I, we would just, like, we had the Switch and stuff, but we'd spend a lot of time playing games on the Genesis, because it was like we could just jump straight into it. We used to play a lot of Monopoly on there. You know, people clown on it, but I actually really did enjoy Google Stadia. You know, kind of for that same reason of like the cloud, it didn't need to do software updates for the games, you know, because all that stuff was already downloaded on their server. So just jump into it, start playing right away. The controllers for it weren't bad either.
Behold, your
Your
new
new
power.
power. Yay, level 5 for Fishman! I've learned that if I'm just gonna play PSO, Sonic R, and Bullet Hells, why invest in anything else? I'm gonna play it for an hour and not touch it again. Every time I buy a new game, I regret it, to be honest. Yeah, and you know, even like these older games, I don't always love all of them, or, you know, I want to play other ones, but I get sucked into playing my comfort games, you know, like games that I played growing up that I return to. It makes it harder to like branch out and play new things, which I kind of dislike about myself, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna upgrade him to a Neptune, and then for the Bone Knight, since he already is Neptune, let's just take that off, put him back on Neptune. We'll make the arrow, black light. Put the Death Archer as the back one. So, the move Shoot is the most powerful move in the game, and it has the worst accuracy in the game. So, you know, it's always a gamble with that move. You're either going to like get lucky and do a critical strike and just take out the enemy, or you're going to do a ton of damage, or you're going to miss. I don't even know what I would say like the percentage of missing is, but it's pretty frequent. Let's see, lightning bow. Is that the strongest bows he's got? Yeah. Battle sickle. Now this area is a bit of a labyrinth from what I remember. Now I think that the reason I couldn't move, and I guess I could test it here. Let's because I don't think you have to be a fish person. You just can't be anything that flies underwater. So let's change Pumpkin to, I don't know, make him a knight again. Yeah, so it's only if you're like a bird person, you go underwater. You're not going to be able to move at all. Oh, I said I was going to do something, and I totally spaced on it. I need to look up what the button inputs are. Let's see, command board, debug menu. Okay, so it says on this screen, wait, what? Hold, okay, so we hold those up, down, left, right. I didn't do it right. Okay, so I need this. Hold on. Let's see, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. No? Hold on. So you hold left, right, and C. Then you press up, down, left, right while the screen is paused. I used to know how to do this, I don't know why. Alright, let's see. Okay, it says, while playing, hold down, I'll let go, then press up, down, left, right while the screen is paused. Hold on, what? Debug menu. While playing, hold left shift, right shift, plus C, and let go. Then press up, down, left, right while the screen is paused. Okay, I think I got it. There it goes. Okay, so it doesn't crash the game, thankfully. But you can see like all of the options for it are in Japanese. And now we know. Yeah. So apparently 1 is load game, 2 is equip, examine and equip characters. It says 3 is gems, but I show it shop. I think they got 3 and 4 mixed up. Now for shop, let's see where it's at. I think it's, let's see, attach to wizard, attach to wizard, attach to priest. One of these, I think it's the Holy Mace. I could be wrong on that one. I felt like it was like a really low attack power one. But one of these maces is not in the game. There's no way to acquire it. I don't know if that was an error, but it's just not in here. And it's the best mace in the game. I think it has like the best mind stat and the best movement speed of any of the maces. And my understanding from someone who did a deep dive into it, they're thinking that you should get that mace like when you get to the next map. They think that that would be a good area for it, and they have no idea like why it's not in the game. I just realized that Pumpkin's got like a little like, kind of looks like a little lighthouse on his head. Huh. One thing I find odd is even though you can like make yourself a different class, it doesn't change his overworld sprite. I wish it did. But when I played the game for the first time, I got the mace that is not in the game. It's not like it's even like that much better than some of what else is in the game, so I have no idea why it's just not in there. Wait, where's my party? I think I forgot to add them back. Whoops. Oh, there we go, pressing the wrong button. I did forget to add everyone back. Sorry. I was solo leveling. Now for any of the classes who aren't fish people, their movement is going to be hindered. Also, I've never seen that show. I just know that it's the title of something. I know nothing about it, so if like that's like offensive in any way, my bad.
Danger! Danger!
Oh man, this is chugging. Boom, most powerful move in the game. I think even some of these enemies, like their movement is also limited. It's such a weird decision to make. Let's see if we're lucky. Nope. Yeah, it's always going to be a crapshoot. Can I reach them with... I can reach him. I have wondered why, like, anime and manga, like, why they make titles so long now. There's, like, you know, like, they'll do a title like, I met my girlfriend in the laundry room and now she's an evil vampire. And I'm like, what is the point of this? I think he's too far away. Yeah. That's just such a crazy concept to me, though. Oh yeah, we've got new music you've probably never heard before in this game. I think this is the first level that uses this song. Yep, and the music track just restarted. I'll be quiet so you guys can enjoy it.
Danger! Danger! Behold your new power. Danger! Danger! Behold your new power. Behold your new power. Danger! Danger!
So yeah, that was the song. I don't know if you're on Discord Techno, but I do have a Discord server that is dedicated to all of Sega's 8-bit consoles. If that interests you at all, feel free to join. The link is in the bio for the YouTube account. But it's not just for, Sega related stuff. That tends to be the focus, but we also talk about other retro gaming related stuff. Let's see, is there a way to get in there? That warp is for somewhere. Like people sharing pictures of it, or does someone like actually own one? Here we go, here's a warp of some kind. Okay. That's pretty cool. I think it's supposed to be able to just run like regular Super Nintendo games, right?
Danger!
Like outside of its
Danger.
own disc-based ones? They call this mermaid a siren. That's an interesting spelling for it too. S-E-I-R-E-N.
Behold your new power.
Ah. I think that did 1 damage. Dang. She's crazy. It's crazy to think that Osriel's got forces underwater as well.
Behold your
A
new power.
And I think the game's gonna like funnel me into different areas, yeah, based on these warps. Right, yeah.
Danger! Danger!
I know everybody talks about like the Nintendo PlayStation, but my understanding on things is that there should also be like a Philips version, because Philips was supposed to, you know, basically make the same thing as Sony, but just, you know, with like better terms for Nintendo. And then when that fell through and they made the CDI, like part of that contract is what allowed them to use the Nintendo IPs. But I'm like, there's gotta be like a, you know, something like that out there. A Philips Nintendo, a Philips Super Nintendo CD. I don't know what they would have called it. Let's see, I can start attacker.
Behold your new power.
Well, I'm not saying the CDI, I'm saying that, you know, there was supposed to be a Philips CD add-on unit to the Super Nintendo before Philips just went their own thing with the CDI. But there's no, like, prototype of that anywhere. She's so aggressive. Goodness. You know, she's just hitting me with that trident like, why won't you just die? I wish I still had my PSX. I won one at a Smash event at a retro store, as well as a copy of Chrono Cross. What year was that in?
Danger! Danger!
$2019, not bad. I think that the like, you know, the PSX, the small little PlayStation, or I guess like the PS1 Mini, I think that is such a great looking console. So late 2019? Gotcha. This frame rate chugs like I'm underwater. I wonder if that's intentional. You know, and I've got that final confrontation with Azrael. I want to make sure that I've got every party member alive. I want to make sure, you know, I beat him and everyone is there. Let's see. Well, no one really needs this, do they?
Danger! Danger!
Danger. Danger. I remember owning one of the very rare... Why do you keep spelling very with an A? English copies of the game Dragon Ball GT Final Bout PS1. If I had been better about preserving games as a kid, it would have been a gold mine now. As there was only ever 100 copies made. Dang. Darn. We sold our Super Nintendo in a yard sale as kids, and it makes me so sad as an adult. Yeah, we've all done stuff like that. Man, there are games where I traded it in, and it's like, why? Why did I do that? Why? Why? You know, like that pastor meme? Oh, my knees.
Danger! Danger!
I'm so confused by this logic. I'm like, who uses a microwave to dry off anything? It makes absolute. Oh, I defeated the boss. Dark Mermaid. Oh, oh, oh! So definitely got a critical hit on her, because 700 something, I don't do that amount of damage otherwise. $568, that is some good damage. Oh, that did nothing. I mean, well, I should have been paying attention. They're a Dark Mermaid. Of course, a dark attack's not going to do a ton of damage. Whoops. My whole party. I think, yeah. I was gonna say, I think I can finally move. Shining in the Holy Ark. And this should do a lot because it's a light elemental to dark types, so pretty sure this. Yep. Yep, just takes them out.
Behold, your
New power. Do I want to quit the map mode? No, I want to get these treasure chests. A defense M. Neptune body. And Dragon Fang. That's everything, I think. Yeah, I think this is the starting area. Yeah.
Goddess Herald, I offer up this
Victory to you, to you, to you. All right, y'all. Let me get a minute to just walk around a little bit. Alright, I am back. Now, I don't remember if this area is also underwater. We'll find out. It is. Okay. So, I'll finish this area. I'll save right before talking to Word. And then at the start of the stream tomorrow, we'll figure out what we're going to do. Because like I said, once you get on the whale, there's no coming back. So I want to make sure I've got like all of the items, all the weapons, all the levels that I want before I move over. So this is the level before Word. Let's do it.
Danger! Danger!
I got thrown right into the enemy. Whoosha!
Behold, your new power.
So not only does shoot have the potential to do a ton of damage, I believe it also has a high crit rate, which is why it can one-shot a lot of enemies. But again, it does not have the best accuracy.
Danger! Danger!
Danger! Danger! Her voice even sounds underwater. This game's got some meaty sound effects, but totally when an enemy dies, that's totally the door opening or closing sound from Doom. I'm convinced. I know when GM was on stream yesterday, he was like, I hear it and now I can't unhear it. Like, it's gotta be true. Like, just sounds way too similar.
Danger! Danger!
Danger. Danger. Stranger danger. I don't know these sea worms. I don't know you. That's my purse. Blip. I have to go that way, I think. Yeah.
Danger! Danger!
So dragons are like, you know, the most powerful enemies in the game, and they come in different colors and flavors. And we're going to be encountering blue dragons for the first time. So that'll be fun.
Behold, your
New power.
Danger! Danger!
Got the mermaid bodyguards here. Or sirens, as they're called.
Danger! Danger!
What's aggro? Ah. Let's not aggro her if we don't have to. Right on. My poor little Messiah in the back. It's interesting to me that they have enemies in here who are also negatively affected by the water. I feel like it should have just all been mermaids or sirens. Alright, so I have to go that way. Whoa! Through the door! Through the wall!
Danger! Danger!
Excuse me, miss, you're in my way! I feel like this is just gonna put me around where I was before. This one will put me here and then shoot me further out. I think. I'll go this way. Hopefully this isn't the wrong way to go. No, there's enemies here.
Danger! Danger!
There's danger here. Ooh, treasure. Manage him. Oh yeah, just give me 2 different ways to go.
Danger! Danger!
Gotta be careful I don't get one of my party members just, you know, warped away. Oh man.
Behold, your,
Your
new power.
I know nothing about how people, what is it, like decompile games, but I would totally love it if somebody did it for this
Your
game.
new power.
And then just, you know, like fix it, add some quality of life updates, maybe like add some stuff to make it a little bit more complex. Like, that'd be awesome. So let's see here. So that one, oh wait, this one just goes into the other one, or is that one, that probably warped me out here. So probably want to go this way. I have no idea where I'm going.
Danger! Danger!
Oh.
Danger! Danger! Behold, your,
Your new power. Can't reach it, can I? Nope. Poor Clay. He's all alone back there. Okay, so that goes that way. Oh,
Danger! Danger!
and here are the bosses of the level. Come on, let's get the boss theme. I might not, but fingers crossed I do. Since you traveled this far, I take it you are ready to accept the outcome of your deeds, am I right? Ah, yes. The boss theme. So good. Kind of like the faces they make when they cast their spells. It's just like, yes! Yes! I think I'll make a clip of that. Dragons of my bloodline, get revenge for me. Blood for blood. Oh, of course I'd miss.
Behold your new power.
So I think I'll do is I will make a post on the YouTube channel about what my team was the first time I beat the game. And you know, for anyone who's curious, and we'll see how much my team either defers or stays the same. Totally running out of space for stuff. I think I was there earlier. Actually, I don't know if I've gotten that treasure box. What was the other way? feel like I was over there already. I mean, this other way I see a treasure box. I'm gonna go towards the treasure. I've got that loot acquisition syndrome. Oh, I totally went past it. Oh, I've already opened it before. Alright, so I think that is the end of this map. Dun, 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 dun.
Goddess Hero,
I offer up this victory to you, to you, to you. So, the next level we'll fight inside Word, and then Word is gonna blast us somewhere else. And when he does, I will no longer be able to access this map at all. So, let's look at my party here. Actually, should have went to status. I definitely need to grind some levels on Clay. I'd ideally like the majority of the party to be level 20, so want to grind Clay to level 20, material, and solid before we move on to the next area. And let's take a look at inventory. So I'm gonna write some stuff down. So night bodies, I have 2 of them. Dark Knight, I've got 2. Paladin, I have 1. For Archer, I've got 2. Death Archer, I've got 2. Bow Knight, I have 1. Samurai, I've got 3. For Black Swordsman, I've got 2. Samurai Lord, I have none. Which, I know I get that one much later. I think it's the last body you get, actually. Which is kind of disappointing because it looks so cool. So Ninja, I've got 3. Assassin, I have 2. Ninja Master, I've got 1. Birdman, I've got 3. Devil Bird, I have 1. Garuda, I have 1. For Shaman, I've got 3. Dark Shaman, I've got 2. I have no Master Shaman. For wizard, I've got 1. Black sorcerer, I've got 2. Sage, I have 1. Priest, I've got 5. Dark Priest, I've got 1. Messiah, I have 1. Fishman, I've got 3. And Neptune, I have 4. I think 4 seems like a good number to have of everything. So we'll do that. Actually, I was just on the store. Oop. Alright, so I said for Dark Knight I had 2, so we'll buy 2 of those. For Death Archer, actually I should cross these off when I finally hit 4. So actually Dark Knight I had 2, so cross out that. Death Archer, I have 2, so I'll buy 2 of those. I can cross that out. Black Swordsman, let's see. So I have 2, so I'll buy 2 of these. So I can cross that out. That's the Assassin. Assassin, I have 2, so I'll buy 2 of those. Can cross that out. Devil Bird. I have 1, so I would want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Devil Bird and cross that out. Let's see, Dark Shaman. I have 2 of those, so I'll buy 2. And cross that out. Black Sorcerer. Let's see. I have 2, so I'll buy 2. Cross that out. Sage. Let's see. Sage I had 1, so I'll buy 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. Cross Sage out. Dark Priest, let's see. I had 1, so I'll buy 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Cross that out. Messiah, I had 1, so I'll buy 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Cross that out. Fishman, I've got 3, so I can buy 1 of those. Cross that out. Neptune I already have 4 of, so I can cross that out. Alright, let's go look at the other stores. Okay, so for night I have 2 of those, so we'll buy 2. cross that out. Oh. Paladin I have one of, so I'll buy 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Archer I have 2 of, so I'll buy 2 of these. 1, 2. For Bow Knight I have 1, so I'll buy 3. 1, 2, 3. Cross that out. Samurai, let's see. Samurai I have 3, so I'll buy 1. Cross that out. Ninja, let's see. So Ninja I had 3, so I'll buy 1. Cross that out. Ninja Master. Huh, I didn't write a number next to Ninja Master. So I have 1. Okay. So I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's cross that out. Birdman, I wrote that I have 3, so I just need 1. I can cross that out. Garuda, I have 1 of, so I'll buy 3. 1, 2, 3. Cross that out. For Shaman, I have 3, so I'll buy 1. Cross that out. Let's see, Wizard. Wizard, I have 1, so we'll buy 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for Priest. Priest, I have 5, so I can cross that out. Okay, let's see here. So Samurai Lord, I haven't found that one yet. Master Shaman, I haven't found that one yet. Looks like I've crossed everything out, but let's just make sure. So I've got 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 0, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Well, we haven't found Master Shaman yet. Wizard 4, 4, 4. That one we got 5 of. 4, 4, 4, and 4. Alright. Gonna sell the power rubies. Just all of them. Gonna sell the mana gems. Except 1. Borderlands time, gonna lurk rest to stream. Alright, have fun. We'll sell that acid bomb. I feel like I should sell some of this stuff, but we'll sell the mana gem for right now. And let's use the defense M on clay. Now, I don't know if you just can have like infinite number of weapons. But if I look at equipment here, let's see. Probably gonna get rid of the Gadget sword since I have the Emperor sword. Don't need these anymore. Don't need the scythe. Keep all of those. Bow. I could probably get rid of just the regular bow. Also, don't need the mirror shields anymore. Hold on to that. Already sold my items. Let's see. So, don't think I have that one in my inventory, or this one. Right? I'll just buy it just to be sure. Alrighty. So next stream, we are going to we're gonna grind up clay, material, and solid to get them to level 20, and then we will go into Word, the whale, and we'll do that, and after that happens we'll get sent to another map. We won't be able to return to this area, and that's why I want to do the grinding of getting to level 20 before I move on to the other one. Also, if I want to do any particular classes, also now would be the time to do them. Let's go ahead, let's save. And yeah, so I do want to thank everyone who tuned in to the stream. Thank you for keeping me company. We're getting really close to the end game here. Let me, says we got a play time of 10 hours basically. So yeah, I completed the game the first time in about 17 hours. So we'll see what happens. Again, thank you all for joining. I will see you next time. Ciao.